theater. You have come tonight to see The Taming of the Shrew, a heroic tale of a man named Petruchio who, through feats of cleverness and sheer dint of will, defies the odds and tames the ill-tempered beast, known as Kate the Shrew. Who defies the odds and tames the ill-tempered beast, known as Kate the Shrew. Excuse me, I'm trying to introduce the play here.
Well, you're doing it wrong.
I most certainly am not.
You most certainly are.
Am not.
Are too.
Am not.
Are too.
Am not.
Are too.
I'd like to see you do a better job.
Very well. Good evening and welcome to the theater. You have come tonight to see The Taming of the Shrew, a tale of a beautiful young woman named Catherine, who was deeply sensitive on the inside. But nobody could see it. She didn't want them to. Her patience was sorely tried by a fool who came to town, made a ridiculous bet to make her the most sensitive wife ever. Clearly, he had issues, as did her father, who meant well, but was clueless, and married her off. But the clever woman humored her dim-witted husband, knowing she'd always fall for—
Excuse me! This play is not called The Shrew Who Politely Agreed to be Tamed.
Well, it isn't called a guy who talks too much either.
Well, stop. That's rude.
Come on, you two. Let's just start from the beginning and see, all right? Good evening and welcome to the theater. You've come tonight to see Taming of the Shrew. Tale of a brave young man named Lucentio who defies the odds and marries his true love.
Bianca!
Bianca, Bianca, overcoming all obstacles in his path, and then they kissed a lot. You like stories of a lot of kissing, right?
Yes. Oh, please. Once in Padua lived a lively, bold young maiden named Catherine.
The younger sister, Bianca, was very pretty and everyone wanted to marry her, but no one wanted to marry Catherine.
That's because she's mean.
What did you just say?
Just saying that sometimes you feel grumpy.
What?
Nothing at all.
That's what I thought. Catherine didn't want to marry anyone anyway.
This was very upsetting to her father, Baptista.
So we had to declare that nobody could marry his youngest daughter until his oldest daughter found herself a husband.
Which wasn't fair because Bianca was already deeply in love with a handsome young man.
Why, hello.
He's not that handsome.
Dad!
The men all got together and decided that if any of them was going to have the chance to marry the beautiful Bianca, then they had to find someone who was going to marry Catherine. True.
I'll never get married. It happened, however, that a gentleman named Petruchio came to Padua purposely to look for a wife. Being a very handsome, brave, and patient man, he was not discouraged by news reports of Catherine's temper. Hearing she was rich and beautiful, he resolved to marry this infamous shrew and tame her into a meek and manageable wife. Entranced, Petruchia went to go see her father.
How did it go?
She spit on me!
Oh. Well, thanks for giving it a try.
Oh, I'll do more than a try. I'm gonna marry that little firecracker.
Baptista was a bit confused, but happy that Petruchio liked Kate so much. So, he and Petruchio quickly reached an agreement of marriage. You want her? You can have her. He went to go and fetch his daughter. Because Petruchio has his own plan.
Why, if she rails at me, why then I will tell her she sings as sweetly as a nightingale, and if she frowns, I will tell her she looks as clear as roses newly washed with dew. If she bids me leave her, I will give her thanks as if she bid me stay with her a week.
Catherine arrived confident in her ability to chase away the latest in a long line of suitors.
Good morrow, Kate, for that is your name, I hear.
Well, you must be deaf, because my name is Catherine.
But you're called Kate. Kate the Shrew. Well, Kate, by hearing your mildness praised in every town, I came here to woo you for my wife.
Strange courtship they made of her.
Well,
Excellent.
dunce,
Nobly spoken.
irksome, brawling, scolding, pestilence.
Amen. Ugh. Come, you wasp. You are too angry.
If I be waspish, best be where my sting.
My remedy be then to pluck it out.
Oh, really?
Really?
Oh, really? really?
Really?
Oh, really?
Really?
I think it's going rather well.
Whether you will or no, sweet cake, kiss me, for I will go to Venice to buy you fine apparel for our wedding day, and we will be married on Sunday.
The following Sunday, all wedding guests were set.
I love weddings.
I love weddings more.
I love you.
I love you more.
I want to marry you.
I want to marry you more.
Oh, please. This play isn't called The Marriage of Two Idiots. Now let's get back to the story.
On the following Sunday, all wedding guests were set.
But Petruchio was not there.
They waited and waited and waited.
At last he appeared.
And a strange sight he was indeed.
Indeed. He wasn't at all dressed like a bridegroom.
And he hadn't bought any of the wedding finery he had promised.
Catherine is to be married to me, not to my clothes.
And so the wedding began. Petruchio behaving strangely the entire time.
Petruchio, do you take Catherine to be your wife?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Petruchio, do you take Catherine to be your wife?
Nope, still can't hear you.
Petruchio, do you take Catherine to be your wife?
Yes!
I'm not pronouncing them right.
I'm so happy.
After the ceremony, Petruchio called for wine.
Thanks.
Catherine was much alarmed.
He was only doing this, it was all part of his plan to take Kate to Shrew.
Before Petruchio and Catherine had even tasted the sumptuous, and I might add, very expensive feast that Baptista had provided, Petruchio insisted on carrying Kate home instantly.
No amount of argument could convince him to stay.
Instead, he called for a horse for Catherine. He called for a horse for Catherine.
I don't want to play the horse.
Do it.
I don't want to.
I had to dance.
I got wet.
Okay, fine.
Here, miserable England like these. At last, after a long and unpleasant journey, the newly married couple had finally reached Petruchio's home.
Thankfully, supper was soon served.
But Petruchio pretended to find fault with every dish. All that food, get it out of my sight.
Catherine found this behavior very strange.
But he was only doing it so that his love would not have to eat food that was poorly prepared.
Gee, thanks. Later, when a very weary Kate was ready for bed,
He pretended to find fault with the same fault with the bed.
Catherine was so tired, she fell asleep on a chair.
Servant!
But was quickly awakened.
And Petruchio scolded the servant for the poorly made bed.
What is this? You call this soft? Get it out of my sight.
Instead, Petruchio did exactly the same thing, always speaking kind words to Catherine, finding fault with everything, every item of food set before her.
By now, Heather was so tired, and so hungry, and no choice but to cry.
Her weeping was interrupted by the entrance of Petruchio. Her weeping was interrupted by the entrance of Petruchio.
No!
Here. You want it, you can have it. Your kind, poor servant shall pay me next, and so shall mine before you touch the meat. No, thank you.
Though furious, Catherine swallowed her pride. I pray you, let it stand.
Give me thanks.
Let it stand.
Give me thanks.
Let it stand.
Give me thanks.
Thanks.
And so he decided it was time to return to Baptista's house, but not before he tested Kate one last time. Look, Kate, it is the moon.
Yes, it is a moon.
Nay, then you lie. It is the blessed sun.
Oh, it is the blessed sun. But sun it is not when you say it is not.
But
Just
this,
tell me if you change your mind again.
but this seemed a little too easy. And so, when they happened to meet an old man along the way, look, Kate, it is a beautiful woman, young, fair, fresh.
Young, beautiful woman, fair, fresh, and sweet. Your parents will speak quite pleased to have such a stunning daughter.
I hope thou art not mad. This is clearly a man, old, withered, wrinkled, faded, and not a maiden as thou saidst he is.
Why, you were right. He's a man. What was I thinking?
This test complete, they journeyed pleasantly together until they arrived at Baptista's house. There, a large company had assembled to celebrate the wedding of Lucentio and Bianca.
And let me tell you, their long desired marriage is no easy feat. There were rivals, deceptions, servants pretending masters, masters pretending servants, fathers showing up without warning.
Oh, and remember that one time when you slept in my room against my father's wishes?
Yeah,
That was really dangerous.
yeah, it was really dangerous.
I'm glad we're married.
I'm more glad we're married.
I love you forever.
I love you forever plus one.
I love you forever plus two.
I love you forever plus. What?
What's the title of this play?
The
Taming of the Shrew.
It was true that Petruchio had to return there with an obviously submissive wife. So, everybody laughed at him. Petruchio took little notice of their jokes and guys, and he set a bet. Let each one send forth his wife. Whoever's wife listens wins.
Mine's dead.
Sergio sent first for us.
The other two husbands readily agreed, for they were confident their wives would prove more agreeable than the headstrong Kate.
Sergio sent first for his beautiful, sweet, charming wife.
Sir, the mistress sends you word that she's busy and cannot come.
How can she say she's not coming?
Sir, the mistress says she won't come. She's busy to come to her.
The next wife is called. Go and entreat my wife to come to me. Now, where is my wife?
Sir, the mistress says she won't come. She's busy to come to her.
Now was the moment Petruchio had been waiting for. Go to your mistress and tell her I command her to come.
Bye-bye, holiday. Here comes Kate.
The men hardly believed their eyes. Yeah. I
That is the story of how Petruchio came to take.
And that is also the story of how Catherine shrewdly allowed Petruchio to believe whatever he wanted.
But I told you,
Sure you did.
I'm telling you, you were tamed.
Uh-huh.
The end.
All right, Tammy the Shrew, why don't you come along